Look out, I see a trap nearby.
Loping up behind you, Ifan leans in to whisper in your ear.
Let me do the talking here. This one's expecting me.
The hooded man exudes an aura of restrained menace. As he raises his head to speak to Ifan, the hood falls back, revealing the gleaming bone visage of an undead. They speak. Suddenly, the undead's bony claw pulls an elaborate crossbow from seeming thin air. It appears to be enveloped in misty shade. He proffers it to Ifan, along with a single rank-smelling arrow. Before you know it, the crossbow and arrow are tucked away in Ifan's backpack, and the conversation ends. Ifan knocks the crossbow with an arrow. He hoists it up to his shoulder, a satisfied smile brightening his face as he stares down the shadow-swirled stock, raising an eye.
Care to fire the first arrow from Shadow's Eye?
Ifan shrugs and raises the crossbow again. He lines up a shot at something fluffy and indistinct far away. The arrow soars long and far, whistling a dusky tune as it...
This bow will help against Alexander. And so will you.
With a smile, he claps you on the back, before packing up the crossbow once.
Friends, eh? Well, let's hit the road, friend.
He spins on one...
Ah, you're back. Looking to add some weight to your rucksack?
The hooded man...
Peanut perhaps I can even offer some iron list. Precious wares, are they not?
moment, sun. The next, I hid in a stump. But I saw them. I saw the shinies. Loud, I saw the shinies.
Up on the ledge before you, a lone lizard woman overlooks the marshes. Her stare is as sharp.
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapons. Convince me you're no Magister, or draw one last deep breath.
She notices your collar, and you can see the tension ease out of her martial pose.
No, I suppose you don't look like a Magister. Those dogs don't leash their own. Except for Alexander. I apologize for this steel-tipped welcome, but lives are at stake.
With one graceful motion,
Come, ascend.
a young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of maps. His face...
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it. What good are battle tactics against...
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar...
Who the blazes are you? A sorcerer, indeed. A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one. Seekers, well, we guard the true principles of Lucian. And there are sorcerers who can follow in his path and become divine. We came here to free a godwoken called Verdus from Fort Joy. He was our best hope. Likely our last hope. Yet the Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called Shriekers. If there's weapons, ancient devices that can counter those things. Our leader, Sir Gareth, set out to find them, but he hasn't returned. Sir Gareth? He's the finest seeker I know. I'm on... You'll help us.
His shoulders visibly relax. The weighty armor...
Thank you.
Focus on your breathing, Jules.
Please!
Slow and
It
deep.
hurts!
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we will be.
You're alive! Wasn't sure you would be. Samadel, this is the one I told you about.
The dishevelled lizard eyes you with hope, though her hope is tinged with mistrust.
Han tells me you helped him out of Fort Joy. For that, you have my thanks. Can I ask if... Did you happen to meet a man named Gareth on your way here?
He'll be back, Samadel.
He has to, indeed. We need our leader. And if he doesn't return with help you're kind to offer... But you'd best talk to Gareth's squire, Exeter. He'll... No, Han. Let's take a look at your nasty leg.
Catch you later.
Wished bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
A dwarf stands by a young woman. He seems intensely focused on her, whispering and singing softly in her ear. She's staring blankly into space.
Blood and bone. Fire and...
Hush now, Leia. They'll not hurt you again. You're safe now. Once Gareth gets back, we're going home. You'll see...
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice, gripping the woman's arm for a moment before he relaxes.
New faces. Hope you weren't bushwhacked by the Magister. This one's seen a lot today. She were in the middle of it all when the Magisters unleashed their shriekers.
Howling dogs and men. Friends silently screaming through stitch.
He puts his arm around her as she starts to sob.
She's delicate at the best of times. I asked Simone for something to help her relax, but if we didn't need her to remove Urders' collar, she'd be safe somewhere far from here. And now the rescue's scuppered. Who are all? What do you think, Leah? Can you help?
She averts her eyes, staring at the ground.
You'll have more luck getting Dallas to unlock them. The poor girl's not in her best mind without Gareth. Sorry, friend, I'm as powerless here as you are. I've not got her power. Best I can do is hum a tune and try to keep her still. Gareth's the only one that brings her out of herself. Without him, she's...
Duggan lays his hand on her shoulder, squeezing it tight as tears roll down her cheeks.
We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. Shiny collars and all. Gareth and the Seekers ambushed the caravan and freed us. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers. And all we can do is sit here.
The dwarf starts to...
Your humble servant.
Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.